rain threads the glass like static, blurring the estate opposite into soft, broken constellations of window light. I keep my room dark so that outside can't see me thinking. One lamp burns across the courtyard, third floor, same as every night, like a lighthouse for people who never leave shore. The radiator ticks like a cheap clock, counting seconds nobody asked for. Walls this thin remember every argument, every slammed door, every apology said too late. But tonight they only remember me. The bed dips on one side like it's still expecting someone who changed their mind. I watch silhouettes cross lit windows and vanish again. Small life switching scenes without sound. From here, everyone looks close enough to know, too far to reach. The rain keeps talking but never says anything new. My reflection floats over the glass, ghosted into their world but belonging to neither side. Some nights feel like you've been gently misplaced, and this is one of them. Quiet, breathing, and wide awake. Past midnight now, his state has gone quieter like the night turned down a dial. Rain falls steadier, more deliberate, like it's choosing where to land. Most windows are dark, only a few squares still glowing. Night owls and warriors and people with too much on their mind. Mine stays unlit. I prefer to watch without being seen. A lone figure appears below, cutting through the orange wash of the street lamp. Slow steps, head down, coat pulled close. Just someone walking home, but at this hour every movement feels amplified, meaningful. I follow the rhythm of her footsteps from block to block like a distant metronome, keeping time with my pulse. It's strange how quickly a stranger can start to feel important when you haven't spoken all day. My mind starts building a story around her. Voice, laugh, reasons, favorite songs, details borrowed from nowhere. Lonely thoughts dress themselves up as connection if you let them. I tell myself it's just the hour, just the rain, just the empty room, but the feeling keeps leaning forward anyway. The window holds both of us at a distance, her in the streetlight, me in the dark, and neither of us knows the other exists. Turns to walk the far stairwell and disappears from view, and the night keeps the rest.
later still, the hour wave in the traffic gives up and the pipes in the walls start talking. The rain is thin to a mist, like the night is running out of breath. I tried drowning the feeling in noise and smoke and anything that promised quiet, but the quiet never signed the deal. Distractions wear off faster than they advertise. The room feels smaller now, corners edging inward like they want a better listen. Air thick, thoughts louder, heartbeat too noticeable. Across the estate, the last lit window finally clicks to black. Feels like a signal I wasn't meant to see. When the outside world goes silent, the inside one steps forward. Every doubt finds a microphone. The voices don't shout, they negotiate, soft, reasonable, patient. They make bad ideas sound like comfort, and comfort sound earned. I sit on the edge of the bed and let them talk, not agreeing, not arguing, just listening longer than I should. The dark doesn't answer back, it just makes space. Somewhere a door closes in another block. Mine stays open, and the night keeps speaking.
feels like walking home alone from Nottingham at 2 a.m. with headphones on, detached from the world.
The hour has gone hollow. Sound doesn't travel right anymore. Even the rain seems to land without impact. The room feels tilted like gravity picked a side and didn't tell me. Shadows gather where corners used to be. My thoughts keep splitting into echoes. One says wait, one says move. One just laughs without words. None of them sound fully like me. The estate outside looks staged now, like a photograph someone forgot to take down. Windows don't feel like windows, more like painted squares of memory. I try to hold on to something ordinary, the bed frame, the handle, the breath, but everything feels slightly delayed, like the world is buffering and I'm ahead of the signal. Good thoughts and bad thoughts both put on uniforms and claim authority. It's hard to tell which side they're on. The silence is no longer empty, it's crowded. Not loud, just full. I sit very still so nothing breaks further. The night leans closer anyway. Something in me says this will pass. Something else says, stay right here and listen. The window shows the estate, the rain, the dark. But it doesn't feel like outside anymore. The window shows the estate, the rain, the dark. But it doesn't feel like outside anymore.
Can Dr. Strange please come to the psychiatric unit? The patient restrained and sedated. He appears to be coming around. Strange, please come to the psychiatric unit. The patient is restrained and sedated. He appears to be coming around.
Six months on, different corner, different sky. The rain still finds me, just takes a longer route. The shop doorway smells of cardboard and old receipts, but it keeps the wind honest. Morning comes earlier out here, even when you don't sleep. I watch the shutters rattle up like eyelids learning to open again. I carry Ishtar with me now, not as answers, more like a direction, an old name for love that survives ruin. Something about believing in return instead of ending. The city talks differently at street level.
You learn what's real by what people drop when they think no one's watching. A couple of lads with sharp smiles and worse reputations pass through sometimes. Everyone calls them demons, but they're just men who know where the cracks are. They trade stories, routes, warnings, the kind of knowledge you don't write down. Nothing holy, nothing cursed, just useful. The nights still get heavy, but they don't sit on my chest like they used to. Hope's thinner than despair, but it bends instead of breaking. I lie back, watch the security light flicker, and think about how empires fell and still left gods behind. If something ancient can survive being forgotten, maybe so can I. The doorway holds. The city keeps moving. And for once, I don't feel completely misplaced. So that's how I ended up here. You got any spare change you can give me?
So that's how I ended up here. You got any spare change you can give me? So, you got any spare change you can give me? Huh.